everybody, Valerie Zammitti of Zammitti Law, where we provide peace of mind to families through estate planning, elder law, and probate matters. Today we're going to talk about why long-term care is such an issue. Before we get there, however, if you have any estate planning or probate questions, feel free to reach out to us for a free conversation at yourplanningattorney.com. That's yourplanningattorney.com. Long-term care is a pervasive issue today in the U.S. Probably other places too, but I practice here in the U.S. and so I'm focused here on our long-term care issues. So what is it? Who has to deal with it? And why are we so worried? Well, long-term care applies when someone reaches the level of needing assistance with daily activities, such as, feeding yourself, using the restroom, getting dressed, taking a shower. I know, it's sad to think about, but the likelihood is if you reach 65 in America, which many people do, there's a 70% chance you will need this type of care at some point in your life. It's pretty high, and it's much higher even for women. I think closer to the 80th percentile. So what happens when we need this type of care? We have to figure out a way to pay for it because unfortunately, the cost for this kind of care is astronomical. It's unfairly high. And I'm sure it varies across the country, but here in the Northeast where I am and where I practice, it's almost inconceivable that you could pay this out of your pocket. Most people can't. So when you consider a monthly cost for long-term care, take a second to think of what that could be and what is pretty high. Well, guess what? It's probably higher than that. In the Northeast here, if you're getting full-time care in your home on a monthly basis, it could be $8,000 to $10,000 a month. If you're getting facility care, it's closer to $14,000, $15,000 a month. And guess what, guys? These costs just keep going up. I talk about this concern with every client that comes through our office. They may be in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and on up. Because it's such an issue. At some point in time, it's likely to impact your immediate family, and before that, many others that you know. We have to be concerned about this. When we're talking to our estate planning attorneys, you need to start asking questions. And if they're not familiar because they don't do elder law, seek someone else out who can give you that, fill in that guidance as well. And perhaps they have someone in mind that you can talk to. It's such an issue, guys. And when we're doing our planning, we want to make sure we're foolproof, right? We want to be covered head to toe and sideways. So even if it's not an issue today, it may be at some point in the future. And we want to be prepared. Because there's really only 3 ways to pay for long-term care. 1, we have a long-term care insurance policy. There's a right time to start approaching that. I like to approach clients to talk about it when I think their cash flow is probably high enough and they're young enough to get a quality coverage at a not so expensive rate. I don't issue insurance, but I collaborate with many that do. My age, the age which may seem arbitrary, but in my mind, as I've spoken to many other individuals in the insurance industry who do handle these types of policies, say 49, which is my age, or 50, in that range is the best. But if long-term care does not fit into your cash flow at the time, or it's just not the right fit for you given your health conditions or what have you, then we either need to be prepared to pay out of pocket. That's the second way you could pay for long-term care. And thirdly, we have to do some planning ahead of time if we want to ensure that our assets are not spent all the way down. As a reminder, if you have any estate planning or probate questions, you can reach out to us for a free conversation at yourplanningattorney.com. That's yourplanningattorney.com. Thank you so much for listening, and if you found this information useful or think someone else may, please share, like, and subscribe where appropriate so nobody misses out. Again, I'm Valerie Zammitti of Zammitti Law, where we provide peace of mind to families through estate planning, elder law, and probate matters. Take care.